This video made possible by Buy Mobile. Hey everyone, welcome back to Howtechs. Today we have a Samsung Galaxy S10 and we're going to show you how to change the language. And most importantly, we're going to show you how to change the language from something you can't read to something you can read. So in other words, if you get this phone off of eBay or something and it's all set in Chinese, or if your friends play a prank and it's all set in Hindi or something like that, some language you can't read, we'll show you the steps required to change it back to something like English. So first of all, let's start in English and walk through it, and then we'll do the foreign language case to sort of reverse it. So in this case, you want to go to the settings menu, which you can either pull down and look for the gear, like this. It's the gear up here, or pull up from the bottom when you're on the home screen, and you get the settings menu, which is the gear again. So click on that, and you want to go to General Management, which is a bit down from the top. So look for General Management, which is these little slider things here, and that's language and input. So go here, and language and input's the first choice. So click on that, and here you can set the language and also the keyboard languages, etc., etc. So just go to language, and now you can add a language. So in this case, it's already set to Australian English. Let's add a language. And since we're in Hong Kong and the phone knows it, it's actually suggesting that we set it to Hong Kong English or traditional Chinese, the Hong Kong version. And you can see many other languages here. So you can basically just scroll through until you find something that you recognize. And here we get at the bottom is all the non-Latin ones as well. So yeah, let's pick something. Let's just do Japanese for the heck of it. So we'll put it in Japanese, and basically you have to confirm. So we want to set it as the default language. And here we are. Now we're in Japanese, and it's listed here as the first language. And the previous language is still listed as a second option. And then you can do other ones if you want to add with the plus sign. So let's go back up to the top. So here we are, and now all of our app names are all in Japanese, or some of them are at least. And we'll swipe up to get to our apps. Here we are. So again, if you can't read Japanese or whatever language your phone is in, look for the gear, which in the default position is here, but might not be. So just look for that icon, click on it, and now you want to try to find that language and settings, which is under general settings. So look for the little sliders. In this case, it's from the top. Here's Wi-Fi, volume, brightness or display, some security, Bixby, I guess is that one. And then now, whatever, 5-6 sections down next to voice assistant, you can see we have the general settings with that little slider thing. So click on that. And now this is the language one, the top one. So click on that. And now this is actually language. It's a good thing I can actually read Japanese. But in case you can't, just look for the first option here. And in this case, we have English already as an option because this phone was previous in English. You may not have that. So if it's already here, you can just drag it up to the top like this, and it would actually switch, but we won't do that right now. Let's add another option, and here you can start seeing languages that you might recognize. So let's do English. And now you have all kinds of choices of English. So I don't know where Zagui is or American Samoa, but let's just try Hong Kong English. And then it says, do you want to set it English Hong Kong? And do the right one. So that sets it as the default. And again, here's a final kind of insult. If you can't read that language, you don't even know what you're choosing. So choose the one on the right. And now it switches to English, and here it is, English Hong Kong is number 1. And again, you can always just drag these guys in different orders if you want to. And this order should actually impact probably the keyboard selection menu, or if you're opening an app that isn't in your language, what's the second or third choice that it will go to in which order. So anyway, once that's done, it should automatically switch, but I guess you can also tell it to apply. Okay, so that's basically it. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Don't forget to check out our other videos for the Samsung Galaxy S10 and many other popular phones. See you guys. Bye. This video made possible by buymobile.com.au. SIM card is here on the bottom right, and there's also a very small notch here on the bottom right as well. You guys can see that. There's also